Hajime No Ippo is my freaking jam. I remember first hearing about Ippo and wondering why I'd watch a sports anime about boxing when I could just watch superpowered beasts duke it out somewhere else. But now, more than 5 years after I first laid eyes on Ippo, I have finished the anime, am knee deep in the 1300 plus chapter ongoing manga, and have no plans on stopping. Why? Well, let me tell you guys about how Hajime No Ippo changed my life. So Hajime no Ippo tells the story of Ippo Makanauchi, a super kind high school boy with a heart of gold. But the poor kid lacks confidence and rather get bullied by a bunch of street thugs that stand up for himself. One fateful day while Ippo is getting his daily ass whipping, he meets the man amongst men, the undefeated king of the Japanese middleweight class, Takamura Mamoru. The boxing god saves Ippo from his aggressors, and the kid is something odd how real this dude is. The champ brings the kid back to the gym and welcomes him to the world of boxing. He even teaches him how to throw a proper right cross. Ippo quickly falls in love with the sport, and once he finds Takamura again, he declares that he wants to become a professional boxer to understand how it feels to be strong. At first, Takamura ridicules the kid, saying that he ain't ready for this life. And he makes a good point here. I mean, boxing really isn't for everyone. You're signing up to fight for your life in the middle of the ring. And I say your life because you can die in the boxing ring. It has happened in real life and it still happens today. Anyways, Takamura has a change of heart after Ippo proves how serious he is. So the boxer gives him the task of catching 10 falling leaves from a tree. So, funny story, this whole leaf catching thing wasn't just a random anime test. The skills you can develop from doing an exercise like this are paramount if you want to become a good fighter. But we'll get into that later. So our boy Ippo does a thing, and he ends up joining the Kamigawa gym. And under the tutelage of the legendary coach Kamigawa, he begins his journey to become the best featherweight boxer in Japan. There is no overarching plot or antagonist or whatever. You're just watching Ippo and his fellow boxers get better and better with each bout. This is probably why I'm so entertained by the manga, even though it just hit 1304 freaking chapters. Anyways, when I first started watching this anime, I didn't really give two shits about boxing. At the time, I was around 20, and I thought boxing didn't have enough finesse. And as someone who danced a lot back in the day and practiced capoeira for a few years, finesse was kinda my thing. And I also still had this crude idea of martial arts that I'm sure most amateurs have. Only the flashiest and the strongest looking moves are worth learning, which is completely untrue. Hell, I remember I was actually trying to learn Muay Thai at the time too, just because of how hardcore it looked. And I honestly thought that if I trained hard enough I could master the tiger knee, but that's a story for another day. By the way, just a mini disclaimer, I'm not trying to shit in any other martial arts. I still think Muay Thai is dope, and I still love capoeira, and there are a bunch more other great martial arts out there. I'm just trying to give you an idea of where my mind was at when it came to martial arts back then. So as I continued watching the anime, something special happened. During the All Japan Rookie Tournament, he meets the person that became my favorite character, the Tiger of Naniwa, Sendo Takeshi. Sendo was the complete opposite of Ippo. He was more confident, more outspoken, and his boxing was more aggressive than Ippo's more defensive style. But what's more, I saw something in Sendo that I never truly appreciated from all the other characters. I saw the heart of a fighter, not only in him, but also in Ippo. Their first fight was fire. Like I'm talking Hisoka versus Gon levels of fire. It was two rookies duking it out to achieve their dreams. But it wasn't just about the violence. It was also about the emotion. These guys were pushing each other to new heights with each round. It's like their energy was bouncing off each other and each punch gave them more reason to keep on fighting. So feeling this surge of inspiration, I restarted Ippo, went all the way back to the first episode. But this time, I watched it feeling enlightened. During my first watch, I never really respected how much work Ippo put in to get as good as he got, and I never really respected the true art of boxing. So this time, I peeped everything. And I even did a little research to fact check how the anime displayed boxing. Then I realized that Hajime no Ippo wasn't just a regular sports anime. This was a love letter to the sport. Not only did it hit you with some of the best fights you'll ever see in anime, and that's a fin act, but it also gave you practical knowledge about the art of boxing. I know this because before I knew it, I found myself leaving Muay Thai and capoeira to join a boxing gym. And bruh, when I tell you it felt just like the anime, everything from hitting the mitts, to the speed bag, to heavy bag drills, to sparring. It was all exactly how the anime portrayed it. Because of Ippo's close attention to the details of boxing, I learned so many different things just from watching it. Like the leaf catching thing, for example. I'm not sure if people actually catch leaves for training, but this exercise actually gives you the feeling of tensing your fist at the moment of impact and snapping it back, which are both very important for boxing. The anime also gets to multiple different punches and how they are each effective in their own way, but also pushes the fact that the jab is the most important tool in your arsenal. Which is true, your jab is usually your quickest punch, and to put some fighting game jargon in there, it acts as a hit confirm before you start throwing power shots. And contrary to what some might think when looking in from the outside, a boxer has a variety of tools at their disposal. Just because there isn't any kicking doesn't mean we don't have different ways to attack. Well, unless you're Muhammad Ali Jr. from Baki. Then there is kicking in boxing, you're just kicking the floor, which makes sense? I guess? But there are so many different angles you could punch from, and once you add footwork to it, a boxing match turns into an intense physical and mental battle. And they go over all this in the anime, and it's lit! The characters even pay homage to actual legendary boxers. Like Ippo's style is based off Mike Tyson's peekaboo style. Just like how Iron Mike would stay low to dodge and throw powerful punches, Ippo would use the same tactic. Ippo's famous Dempsey roll is an over-exaggerated version of Jack Dempsey's real Dempsey roll. And Mashiba, another dope-ass boxer from the anime, uses the same style as Thomas the Hitman Hearns. The anime drops so much knowledge about boxing, and they give it to you in an entertaining way, so you're learning without even knowing it. So after some time, I finished all 3 parts of the anime, and I'm not gonna lie, I was distraught. Like when I finished, I cried grown Pikachu tears. It was crazy. But I forgot, there was a whole manga that this anime was based off of. So I looked into the manga and caught up to that shit way too fast. Like I'm pretty sure I split 500 plus chapters in like 2 days. I loved reading that shit. And I kid you not, people, the manga was just as good as the anime. Losing the animations did not make this feel any less lit. You still felt the emotions, the power behind each hit, and the dedication to the sport. And I feel like that inspired me to continue boxing up until now. It instilled a bunch of good boxing habits within me, like learning to keep my hands up, or throwing a feint with intention to really throw my opponent off. And it's been keeping me in shape too, thank God. Honestly, without boxing, I'd probably be overweight. If I never boxed, I would have never cared enough about my health to actually do what's good for my body. The need to get stronger made me want to start making health changes. Now I'm a vegetarian who works out daily and it feels amazing. By the way, just a quick editor note, I am not saying that being a meat eater is like worse than being a vegetarian. If you are an omnivore or you eat a lot of meat or whatever, you don't want to give up on meat, that is completely fine. I feel like if you balance out your diet either way, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, or whatever, you can be healthy. It's completely possible for a vegetarian and an omnivore to be as healthy as each other. So yeah, if you eat meat, do your thing. Not trying to diss you guys. I'm just very proud of the choice of becoming vegetarian. So yeah, back to the video. So yeah, Hajime no Ippo did all that for me, but the biggest thing it changed within me was my mindset. Don't mean to get in my bag or anything, but around that time, I was a pretty negative piece of shit. I mean, I wasn't out there punching kittens or anything, but let's just say my mindset back then was trash compared to how it is now. From watching Ippo grow from bitch to beast, I learned the true meaning of grit. I learned what true determination and perseverance look like. And that is a blessing when all life tends to do is spit on you. Like, I get it. There are times where we feel like we're at our lowest of lows, and it sucks. Feels like we're fighting a pointless battle that leads to the same outcome. Feels like no matter what we do, we just keep on getting them L's. But Ippo taught me that you don't have to stay down when life pushes you around. Ippo taught me that true grit is getting back up no matter how many L's life throws at you. True determination is pushing for a goal like your life depends on it, and refusing to stop unless you literally cannot go on. Each character in Ippo, no matter how irrelevant, had that moment where they had to abandon their doubts, pain, and fears to tackle their set goals. Things are not guaranteed to be easy. Life is meant to be a gauntlet of trials that test you. But the strong, the truly strong, take those trials and learn from them. Then get back up even stronger than before. Life is dead a boxing match. You just gotta keep them hands up no matter how dark things may get. So Ippo didn't just teach me the art of handsology. It also taught me how to keep moving forward in life no matter what obstacle came my way. And a lesson like that is invaluable. And yeah, that's how Hajime no Ippo changed my life and brought me into the beautiful world of boxing. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention. Ippo also made real boxing a lot more entertaining for me. But I guess that comes with actually understanding the sport. So though this video was not meant to get you into Hajime no Ippo, I still highly recommend it if you're looking for something to read or watch. And if it gets you into boxing or martial arts in general, dope. Oh, and by the way, one last editor note. I know I mentioned sparring, but didn't really show any footage of me actually sparring. That's mainly because I could not record myself in the actual boxing gym since I was the one working out and no one really wants to hold my phone and record me. But I did get to spar in my house with my boy Princely twice. If you have me on Instagram, you know about these sparring sessions. We call them Dreadlock, Deadlock Part 1 and Part 2. It was super fun. I had a really good time doing it, even though I was in pain for a lot of it since I was getting hit in the face. But honestly, without these sparring sessions, I would not know about all the imperfections I had within boxing, you know? So I'm super thankful for these sparring sessions I had with my boy Princely. You could catch my boy on Instagram, actually. He's on his way to becoming one of the best fitness trainers ever. Check him out. He's doing his thing. Every Saturday at noon, he goes live with a new workout session. So yeah, check out his shit. It's dope. And Princely, if you watching this, bro, we gotta spar again, man. We really do. Like I was watching the footage and I was just sitting there thinking, man, as weird as it may sound, I really miss fighting this guy. Fighting this guy is really fun. So yeah, hopefully when all this COVID stuff blows over, we can start sparring again. And yeah, That's pretty much all I had to say about the whole sparring spiel. So back to the end of the video. And in the comments below, drop your favorite sports anime and hit me with some sports anime you want to hear me talk about on the channel. And also, let me know how you feel about manga or anime being a beacon of inspiration for regular readers or watchers like you and me. I feel like a topic like that would make for a very good conversation or a video. With that being said, end screen. Thank you guys so much for watching me talk about one of my favorite anime/manga of all time, and also my favorite martial art or sport, depending on how you're thinking about it. Because I mean, it's both. I was switching between saying martial art and sport a lot, and I was confusing myself because I was like, boxing is a sport, but it's also a martial art. It could be both, but I don't know. Calling it a martial art just feels better. I don't know. It's just a personal thing with me. But yeah, thank you for watching me talk about boxing and Hajime No Ippo, things I very much love. Boxing has played a very big role in my life. I know a lot of my subscribers didn't know that I actually boxed for a little bit or actually practiced boxing. So yeah, just wanted to share some information about me with you guys, and also spread some love about Hajime No Ippo and tell you about how it changed who I am as a person. So yeah. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, it really helps the channel out a lot. If you'd like to see more of me, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell notification button so that you get updated whenever I upload new videos. Shout out to Lex, Exodus13, Victoria McGinnis, and all my other dope patrons who make videos of this possible with their very kind donations. And if you are not already a patron but would like to become one, go to my Patreon page in the description below and find out how you can support the channel for $1 a month. With all that being said, I am off this, so be easy, stay lit, take care, stay healthy, Black Lives Matter, and as usual, you can do whatever the fuck you put your mind to. All it takes is practice and time. Peace out, y'all.